For the second day of this global Congress on population, health and development, we have the pleasure here to have with us from the administrative capital of Egypt, we have Jerman Hadad. She is Deputy Representative of United Nations Population Fund. Pleasure to have you on Night TV International. Thanks a lot for your presence today. And let me ask you this question about the national strategies adopted here by Egypt in the sector of population and health. You know that the national strategy of population and health has been launched yesterday. So what about the main goals? What about the main points that you have remarked?
Well, first, let me thank you for hosting me and let me congratulate the government of Egypt for launching such a progressive strategy. I must say, it has some key elements, major elements that we really count on that they address the priorities and the needs in Egypt.
Yes.
Firstly, it focuses on making sure that the reproductive health and family planning services are accessible to all people, everywhere, even down to the villages. It puts emphasis on the knowledge and awareness raising that is extended to everyone,
yes,
with a lot of focus on young people, the awareness of young people, young couples, new couples, to make sure that they have all the information they need to make informed choices about the number of children they want to have, when, and to space their children according to their specific status.
Yes.
Also, one of the key elements of the strategy is the focus on women empowerment.
Yes.
Of course. Definitely, when we address all the impediments or those making women not able to be completely empowered, we will be able to make sure that women and their families are able to make decisions, to
yes,
make choices. They are more informed. They can also pursue careers and have families.
Yes. What about the investment in human capital in this national strategy?
Well, definitely in a country like Egypt, where you have 61% of the population is under the age of 29 years old, you have a big proportion of young people working, able to really benefit from the potential that you have for demographic dividends.
The power of the nation.
Exactly. So
yes,
investing in their characteristics, making sure that they have the proper education, they have the right outcomes of education, they're able to engage in the employment, in the labor force,
yes,
and all the economic returns that the country can have from them being fully engaged in the economy. So that's exactly the transformation. You have a progressive strategy that focuses on human rights, that everyone has the right to have the knowledge, the right information, education to build themselves. The focus is on the characteristics of the population, not any longer on
the quality.
Exactly, not on the numbers.
Yeah.
We're not focusing on the numbers.
But to get to these objects and to get to these goals, so it's very expensive to turn these human resources into a wealth, into richness for the country.
Definitely expensive, but not impossible, and worth it.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So it's good that in a Congress like this one, you see the experiences of other countries. You see how they were able to address the population challenges they faced.
Yes. One of the main subjects discussed in this second day of the conference on the Global Congress on Population, Health and Development, it was how to build the capacities in the health sector.
Yes, definitely.
Yes. What about it?
I mean, this is one of the major areas that the UN, specifically UNFPA, works in collaboration with the government of Egypt, the Ministry of Health, to build those capacities, starting from outreach workers, nurses, physicians, doctors, to make sure that the population and citizens have access to quality services and to counseling and to guidance.
Yes.
To the services that they can benefit from. So a lot of emphasis is put on the capacity building, on developing the SOPs and manuals and tools to make sure that this comprehensive service delivery is in the best shape and quality.
Yes. Also, One Health on the globe is one of the main subjects discussed in this second day of the conference. So, how do you see the comments, how do you see the propositions made during the sessions, during the platform?
I mean, a lot of emphasis in the sessions came on how COVID-19 taught us that it's not about the well-being of one specific country.
Yes.
It's the global well-being. The benefits spill over to other countries. You can, if you want, most of the countries need to be driven together to, cross that crisis. And we benefited a lot from seeing how health systems were not able to put up with a crisis like COVID. It requires a lot of resilience, flexibility in the health systems.
There is a term, an important term, resilient population.
Yes.
And I think this is one of the main goals of the national strategies on health and the population. What do you mean by this term?
What we mean is to build the capacities and the capabilities of the population and the services and the systems to be able to put up with a crisis. We're in a world of polycrisis, many crises, climate change, diseases, COVID. Yes. So how do you make sure that there is this element and minimum standards of ability of the systems and those duty bearers operating the system and the population to deal with such a crisis?
Yes.
So that's exactly what it means.
Jerman, Hadad, thanks a lot for this interview. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Egypt's stock market indices fluctuate. Eurozone bond yields hover near two-week high on renewed inflation fears.